Hi, I am Naseem Ahmed, and you are watching Naseem Ahmed Sociology channel. Today, we will talk about some concepts, a few concepts, which are there in your course outline week 8. And these different concepts are, though, very important for a comprehensive understanding of the chapter of culture. So, it is a vast chapter which covers almost 3 weeks, and now we are about to finish it. The first concept we need to talk about is that of cultural lag. And cultural lag is related to cultural evolution. Many theorists have tried to understand how societies evolve from simple to complex. And one important factor of complexity within any society is that of technological development. Why technology needs to become operative in every known society. Yes, right from the beginning, societies have been performing two functions through their systems. One of these functions is that of recruitment of individuals to take different roles, and we have talked about this feature of society. And then there is something we call differentiation. Societies tend to specialize into various spheres of action. They try to perform various group needs in a specialized way. So they have to differentiate, and they have to also recruit individuals. They have to produce what they are meant to produce. So these various processes within any society lead to the evolution. So need for evolution is, in this perspective, embedded within society. Every society has seed for its own evolution, and this seed is being sown in the very need for performing various functions by institutions and by recruiting various individuals. Now the question is, what is it that we call cultural lag? This is a concept introduced by a sociologist. His name was Ogburn. Ogburn noticed that within various societies, when technology is introduced, technology can be introduced fairly easily. For example, you can introduce TikTok technology in a society, but the legal and the social and the normative aspects of this technology are not readily adopted by any society. They lag behind the technical development. In other words, Ogban says material culture and changes within the material culture can occur more readily as compared to the changes occurring in the non-material culture. So the values and norms, and especially the legal, the normative values and norms, take a little bit more time in their development as compared to the acquisition of technology. So this concept is called what we call cultural lag, and it's given by Ogburn. You might have seen people making their TikTok videos, and at the same time, they end up committing harm to the others. And this is exactly what Ogburn is talking about. He says that social and political norms really take more than technology does. Now, there are other important concepts which we need to just go through. One of these concepts is that of cultural pluralism. What is cultural pluralism? Cultural pluralism is a way of dealing with the diversity within any society, so that everyone is given an appropriate place, so that different cultural identities are not assimilated with each other, so that different identities, different cultures maintain their identity within one culture. Canadian society, for example, is a prime example of a society where we can label it as a multicultural society. So multicultural societies are those societies which hold value of cultural pluralism. What it means is that they don't want to superimpose one standard culture on everyone. So wherever you see a society which respects linguistic, ethnic, and religious diversity, and which allows for the freedom to this kind of diversity, we will call this society as multicultural society, and the underlying value will be called cultural pluralism. So the cultural pluralism was also an important concept. Then we have the concept of culture and personality, how personality evolves within various cultures. So about this concept, I have early on said that if you look at twins, and there have been many twin studies where twins happen to live separately in two different economic, familial, or even sometimes country conditions. And these twins had developed very contrasting personalities. So the fact that socialization develops a personality uh, which might be different from socialization if it occurs in a different place. This kind of realization is interesting from a sociological viewpoint. Implications of this concept are far-reaching. For example, for many years in America, an anthropologist's finding had affected their role allocation within families when she discovered that the roles we perform are not biologically, rather they are socially determined. So you might find societies in South America where females are very empowered, and where clan leaders are females rather than males. You might find tribes where men are not allowed to stay in the village. Only women can live in the village, and only women are the leaders, and only women are in power. And we find examples of social behaviors which change from society to society, and we find personality formation process very different from society to society. So essentially what we call our personality is made up of various traits, such as our attitudes towards fear, our attitude towards life, our attitude towards success and failure. So all of these traits are a result of socialization and not a result of biological differences between individuals. This is very important, that our personality differences, which seem to be biological differences, are often only a result of cultural upbringing and socialization rather than anything else. So similarly, there are a couple of more concepts you can learn about culture and cultural diversity. Two of them are cultural relativism and ethnocentrism. Cultural relativism means that when you judge one culture, you have to base your observation on the basis of that culture's context, and not on the basis of your own lens through which you are looking at a culture. So cultural relativism means that every culture makes sense within a particular context, and every culture is context bound. So we should look at other cultures not from the lens of our own values, but rather we should look at those cultures through the lens of their own personal cultural values. And should we not be able to judge a culture by its own standards, should we be superimposing our culture on others, this will be called ethnocentrism. Ethnocentrism means giving, in a multicultural context, giving a central place to our culture, making our own culture as a yardstick, and then judging all other cultures according to this yardstick is what we call ethnocentrism. And sociology has a kind of educational agenda to promote cultural relativism rather than ethnocentrism. Thank you so much for listening. If you have any questions, you can ask in the comment section. I will try to answer according to the best of my knowledge. Thank you very much.